You had a tough upbringing.
Yeah, I have, yeah. I mean, I'm from South London originally, and then moved out here. Yeah, I've had a tough upbringing, I suppose.
A lot of fights when you were younger?
Yeah. When I moved from London, South London, what happened was I went to a predominantly like white school, and there was only me and one black girl in that school. And because I was olive skinned and I was different, I used to get picked on all the time. I used to get nigger, packy, and everything else. Even from like, I remember being 8 years of age and having a roll around with two kids at the bottom of the park. First, I think it was the second day I moved up like to Essex. So it was right out in the sticks where my parents lived, at Essex, Suffolk borderline, you know. And then I got up secondary school, and I'd always hang around with the older lot. I was like in the first year, and all my mates were in the fifth and sixth year because they all liked me because I was game. They'd like get me, because I was young and stupid, they'd get me doing things like just setting me up and go and do that, we'll protect you. And I'd go and pile in, just not thinking about things, just like when we'd bang it on, getting into trouble. And then they'd sort of get involved, and then we'd all have a little bit of a ruck on that, you know. And all the other kids used to like pick on me. And that's why I started moving around with the older lot, because they used to protect me. Because they all liked me, but they knew I was game, you know. Always done mad things at school, and getting flung out of school and making teachers cry and kids cry. Because obviously I used to get picked on and abused myself. So I used to dish it back out, you know. Not because I was a bully, but because it was just like, there weren't ever a simple day in my life. Every day was like a fucking war zone. Not because of me, well, it was because of me, obviously, but I just was different, used to get picked on. So,
but you're Turkish, though?
Yeah, I'm half Turkish, half English. Yeah.
So in other words, when they're calling you the names, they weren't even the right
No,
names.
exactly, but when you're a kid, and I'm talking like 21 years ago, up here, you'd be lucky if you saw a black or an Asian person. Do you know what I mean? Now it's different. You know, and we live in the millennium world. These things are different now, aren't they? But back then, it was very like a predominantly white area, white school, a lot of like, you know, a lot of racism. Anyway, I mean that ain't an excuse, you know.
Did you end up fighting every day?
Well, yeah, pretty much, yeah, every day or every other day, and not because I was hard. I wasn't even the hardest kid in my year at school. I think I was ranked about the fourth or the fifth hardest. But what it was through fear. Fear is a good instinct, and it's like boxing's fighting's a good character builder, character reference.
So what's it like having to go into school every day knowing that you're going to end up in a punch-up, probably?
Well, eventually I got used to it. But like, I remember coming out of school, 2 occasions I blatantly remember. I'll never forget, it was a kid called Toby Ryan. Anyone who's watching this, knew me from school, they'll laugh at this because they'll know what I'm on about. I remember being in PE. I was a really good long distance runner, and that's why I've got a good engine. Because I used to run for the district and Essex team, long distance running when I was at school. Anyway, the kids called me something, and I was actually javelin at the time, and I threw the javelin, just you fucking wanker, and threw it, didn't think, and it actually tossed round in the air and banged the kid on the pole, banged him on the head and knocked him out. But luckily, thank God on earth, the sphere like never hit him and done him, because obviously he was out for the count. Like, hit him straight on the canister and he was gone. But anyway, I nearly got expelled from school, and anyway, in the end they barred me from PE for the next year and a half of my days at school. And but then I managed to like do the runs and that for the school and represent the school still. So that I got out of that, you know, I was lucky there. And another time, I was about 13, I come out of school, and there's 2, 3, 18-year-old kids waiting for me. And a mate of mine's come up to me, he said, look, they're coming to get you, you better run. And I thought, fuck it, I ain't running nowhere. So I stood there, and I ended up having a pile up with them. I've hit the biggest one, and the other 2 ran off. Anyway, and didn't think nothing of it, just another fight to me. Anyway, it was going on for a little while. Anyway, I've walked home all roughed up, bit of claret coming down me, off me movie and everything else. Ripped shirt and all the rest of it, as you do when you're a kid. Anyway, I've got home, about 5 o'clock, there's bang on the door, and the old Bills come round, fucking coming to arrest me. I was only 13, and my mum's like, what's going on? Well, basically I got banged up because the kid's mum and dad reported me, Apparently I broke his nose and smashed him up or whatever, I don't know, whatever I've done to him. I mean, I've never been like a boxer or like that, but I've got that fighting instinct in me because I've had to do it. Always had my back up against the wall. And I got nicked at 13, so, you know, for beating up an 18-year-old. So that was that occasion, you know.
Have you had much trouble with the law? Have you been
I've had me scrapes, yeah. I've never touched wood, I've never been inside. But I've had a few breakfasts to say the least, you know, so but one of them ones.
With all that tough background, was your dad supportive? Was he difficult? How was he?
My dad, he's a proud man, he's a good man, but he's got a very short fuse. And I'm a lot like my dad, really.
You said to me earlier that you ended up having a fight in the street with him or something.
Yeah. Again, another occasion. I remember having a row with a kid, and my mum and dad lived on a hill, and it started at the bottom of the hill and it went all the way to the top. Even the neighbours tried to stop me in the fight, and I was always scared of this kid. It was fear. I was always scared of him, and he was like, anyway. Cut a long story short, the neighbours have come out and tried to stop the fight. And I was such an horrible kid. I remember spitting at the neighbour and telling her to fuck off. And then they tried calling the police, and even though the old Bill turned up, they couldn't stop it. So in the end, the neighbours rang my dad at work, and he had to drive 5-10 miles up the road. I think it was about 7 miles up the road, lock his business up, come home, and he drove at the top of the hill, and he's gone, "You want to fight? I'll show you a fight." And he's just gone crack straight on me, dragged me home, locked me in my room for 3 days, and I remember my mum giving me dinner plate, like going, "Oh, look, here's your dinner. I can't come in. Are you all right?" and everything else. But I mean, along that, my dad's a really good dad, and he's brilliant. But he's taught me that fighting instinct that I've got.
Has it been a lot to live up to then?
With me, not with outsiders, but with me and him, yeah, I'm always trying to prove something to him. Even now, like. We get on and then we don't get on, and it's still like a little fight now, me and him. Do you know what I mean? I remember one time I won a fight, and he went to me, "Right, I'm going to give you $5,000, you fight me." And he was going to pick the phone up to Alan and try and arrange it, and then my mum had to get involved and stop it, like, you know. So I mean, me and my old man have been like, I've never hit my dad out of respect, and you know, I love him to bits, but you know, there's been occasions when there's been me and him right at each other's throats. So even like, I'm 34 years of age, and even today, it's still the same, you know, like, today's good, tomorrow could be mental again. And all my whole life, suicide's whole life has been like that, do you know what I mean? And I'm sick and tired of it now. I've got to a stage in my life where I just want to be happy and be normal like everyone else, and not have arguments and things going wrong all the time. And, you know, some of the things that happen to me or people don't believe. There's always some sort of drama going on in my life, you know.
Is that your own fault, or is it?
Yeah. I think I probably don't think is my problem. I just sometimes got to shut that up and just slow down a little bit. And the boxing and Dean and everyone else, all the good people around me in the fighting games, has tried to talk to me about things and just simmer me down a bit.
How do you? I won't ask too many more questions, but how do you cope if you've lost twice?
Yeah.
How did you cope? Did that send you on a big down, or does it make you more determined, or how do you deal with defeat?
Train harder. Train harder. But so, to be honest, both of them times I lost, one with Richie E, that was my 5th fight. Kid can bang, you know, he's got a dig. Even today, like 3 or 4 years, 5 years on, Dana go, "Well, he ain't got a dig like Richie E. He ain't got a dig like Richie E. Don't worry about him." You know, so you know, he was a school kid, and we sort of like were similar characters, and like now we get on. I can ring him and go, "Oh, what you doing?" and we get on. So I mean, when I lost to him, it weren't really. I say train harder. To be honest, I overtrained for that. I think that was just that I just got out-schooled in experience on that one, and the other one was. That Malinga guy, he old manned me out on the 8th round just for experience again. So I've got all of that capability and all that experience when to put my foot on the throttle and take it off in a fight now. So I've got to use that now to my advantage.
Final question, where do you see your life going? What's going to happen to you?
Well, if you asked me that 5 years ago, like I said, I would have been 10 foot in the ground or banged up for 10 years or whatever. But now, I just want to be happy, really. I want to meet a nice woman, settle down, and just get on, nick a few quid, and be happy. Really, that's me. Really, you know.
And you're like, how many more fights you see you've got? You did think this might be your last?
Yeah. To be honest, the one in December was supposed to be the last one, and then now this one. I don't know really. We've got to sit down around the table and discuss things really. We've got to sit down with Alan and talk things through with him. I mean, I've got another sponsor, Land Term Recovery, Ray Coleman. He sponsored me for this one. So we've got, I've got to sit down. I can't just decide I'm stopping. There's people that I've got to sit down and talk to, and discuss things and try and iron a few things out really. So, obviously, I'm not going to be around forever, but I've still got life left in me though, funny enough.
There's lots to come.
Yeah, I've got to a point where maybe I can just nick the odd big fights and do them rather than keep jotting away sort of thing, because I've done my graft, I've done my apprenticeship, and now, I'm there really. There's a few more bolts to tighten, but that'll only get better as we go along. So, I don't know really, that I can't answer.
And to end this off, you got any advice for anybody?
What regarding fighters and things?
Fighters and people who've had a tough time.
Yeah.
How to turn their life around.
Yeah, just when things are down, you just got to try and do the opposite to me. Really, I'm very negative. Just think positive. Really, I'm a bit of a defeatist sometimes. But really, regarding fighters, you just got to keep training hard, keep plugging away, and then one day it just clicks. It's just down to dedication, really. And regarding anything else out there and other people with life, you just got to just think about what you're doing, really. Simple as that.